Good day, everyone. Now I'll be discussing the basic international human rights standard for law enforcement. So first is equal protection. When we say equal protection, it is everyone is entitled to equal protection of the law without discrimination, violence, or threats, especially to those group of children or elderly, women, refugees, displaced person, or any member of the minority groups. So one of the example of equal protection is all person, regardless of their nationality, races, gender, or religion, is must have the rights or equal protection. Must have the right to equal protection under the law. Okay, so next is standard two, respectful treatment. When we say respectful treatment, so all citizens, victims, either arrested person or detainees uh, must have the rights to treated humanly. Okay, so under the law, all arrested person or detainees uh, must have the right to undergo trial or to undergo trial without the using force or violence to extract an information against those arrested person. Okay, so we need to treat him or treat them humanly because it is their right, and under the law they are still innocent and have the right to due process because only the court can determine if a person is guilty or not. Okay, so next is use of force. When we say use of force, uh, we have a force continuum. So I will be discussing the three approaches. So first one is non-lethal approach. When we say non-lethal approach, uh, it is needed for it is the approach wherein the officer must give verbal command, or it is needed for the presence of the officer because the person is uh, cooperative. And then when we say less lethal approach, it is considered as it's considered a police officer may use the baton stick to go to prevent a wrong behavior of a person because the person is non-cooperative. Okay, so next is lethal approach. It is result to serious physical injury, also death of a public officer or the people around them. So it usually happen on the rally or the assembly. Okay, because uh, the Protestants did not cooperate, then it fall under the lethal approach, less lethal approach, and less is a lethal approach. Okay, so next is standard for policing nonviolent assembly. So avoid using force to the person because to the person or the avoid using force to the person or nonviolent assembly. Okay, because as I say to standard 3, it is stages by stages. If a person is did not comply or did not cooperative, they may use if the protest is did not cooperative, they may use an unlethal approach, verbal command, and if it is non-cooperative, then let's jump to this little approach. Then if have a gun, if a protest have a gun, and then you may use a gun also or rubber bullet. But take note, you should care, you should care the the Protestants. Okay. So next is standard 6, arresting person on legal grounds. So it means only arrested person if the if okay rather. So okay. So next is standard 5, is use of lethal force. It is considered it is considered by the law to use lethal force by the public officer um, if the participants of the rally is what do you call them, is not cooperative. Okay, if the public officers they may use to the physical injuries of the public officers, or result to death of the public officer. So they may be used lethal uh, use of lethal approach. Okay. So next is standard number 6. Standard number 6 is arresting person on legal grounds. So only arrested person if there are legal grounds. If the uh, Only arrested person if there are legal grounds is alright. Standard 6, arresting person on legal grounds. You have to arrest a person on legal grounds, not only for the uh, for example, not only if he do not commit an act, you arrested a person. That's a violation. Okay, but if the exemption, if flagrante delicto, hot pursuit, escape prisoner, but in general, you must have you are not as a police officer, you are not seize a person without a warrant. Okay, when we say arresting person on legal grounds, it is only arrest person if they have a legal ground. So if the officer arrested a person, they must cite the violation of the offender, uh, and then cite the right right of the person, right against counsel, rights to remain silent, rights against the counsel, competent counsel or independent counsel. If they not have a lawyer, they must be provided. Okay, so one of the example of the arresting person on legal grounds. So next is detainees rights. So after the arrest, they have the rights to immediately arrested. They immediately inform the relatives or family of the arrested person. Okay, and uh, gi- give them the doctors, medical assistance if it is necessary. Okay, so so standard 8 is humane treatment of detainees. When we say humane treatment of detainees, all detainees must treated humanely, because under the law it says um, it is the right of the person to treated humanly. Okay, no discrimination, no torture, no force to extract information or confession against him. Okay, so standard 9 is refusal to obey unjust orders. When we say refusal to obey unjust orders, uh, for example, the officer is the, the officer thought the senior officer thought the PO1 or police officer, police of uh, the senior police officer or the head of the okay, for example, the senior officer order PO1 to torture him, to force him to give an information or to extract a confession uh, to get an evidence. So one of the example of standard 9. So refusal to obey unjust orders. You do not you do not obey to unjust orders because it is the violation of rights of the accused, rather rights of the accused, and also the rights of the international human rights, okay, standards. Okay, so next is reporting violation. So it is all violation report to the uh, all violation should be reported to the senior officer or to the nearest prosecutor office. So if a police officer have a order that it is not necessary to do, so they must report to the senior officer or the uh, nearest prosecutor office prosecutor's office. Okay, so that's all, and I hope you understand the topic for today, and have a good day and God bless.